Hello, everybody. My name is Miss Nunez, and I am a computer science teacher working with middle school this year. And we are using the Creating Apps with Devices with the Circuit Playground for my Applied Technology course. So we're going to go through it, and this is for anyone that needs that extra scaffolding, anyone who just wants the directions read. It's open to anyone who can use this and finds it helpful. I hope you get something out of it. I hope you enjoy. Um, and so we're on lesson 4 today. So we're going to rock and roll our way from levels 1 through 9. We're going to start with level 1 and then we're going to go through. But real quick, I want to show you the student resources. So lesson 4, updating screen elements. Overview. In this lesson, you will start to build apps that allow for lots of user interaction and functionality. Introduce code. So there's two pieces of code that you're going to be introduced to today. One is the set property with the 3 parameters of ID, property, and value. And then one is set text, and then that has 2 parameters, one with ID, one with text. All right. We have a couple of resources. So if we open these up, let's go take a look and see what we have. Here's Designing Screens with Code. So this is a nice resource that will help you figure out what you're doing as you might need help with it. So it says Designing Screens with Code. In Unit 4, you saw that you can lay out an app in App Lab using elements in design mode. This drag and drop approach is quick and easy, but you can only create a page like this before you run the program. Sometimes you want the elements of your app to change while it's running, and to do that, we'll need to use code. Each element has several properties, such as the X and Y position, color, and text. The set property block lets you set properties of UI elements while the program is running. Any property you set in design mode can also be set in code using set property. So set property is here, you drag it in here, and then you play with parameters 1, 2, and 3. All right. So then it tells you how. So in code mode, you can find set property in the UI controls toolbox. Choose the ID of the UI element you want to change a property of, and the pull-down menu shows a list of properties that you can set for that element. It matches the list of properties that you see for an element in design mode. The last parameter is the value you want to set for that property. We're interested in background color, which has a variety of values you can give it. So that's that right there. This other one says random numbers. We're going to get to that in a little bit, so I'm going to hold off on reading this. But let's go do some code. So here we go. We're going to start with level 1, and it says predict. And sure enough, we are going to be reading this code right here on lines 1 through 10. And then we're going to look at options A, B, C, and D. And we're going to pick what we think is going to happen on this screen when we click on run. All right. So it says read the code and predict what this app will look like when run. All right. So first of all, I see a pink background, a white background, and then 2 almond backgrounds. So line 1, set property home screen, background color to beige. So we can automatically kick out A and B because we're looking for a beige background, and that would be C or D. All right, so we're here. Now line 2, set property title, text, cat translator. Okay, that works for both of them. Okay, line 3, set property title, font size 45. All right, again, that fits both of them. Line 4, set property description, X10. So think about your grids that, you've done in math class, where this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. So it's saying 10 means that it's going to be over here. And we're looking at the description. Okay, so that I'm guessing that would be probably this or this. Okay, so 10 over here. And then Y description is 200. So that's going to be farther down. All right, so it's definitely going to be C or D. We don't have enough information yet, but we're getting there. Set property logo, icon color, FF0000. I have no idea what color that is. So we're going to wait and see about that. I'm thinking it's white. We'll find out. All right, so 7, set property, translate button, text, translate. All right, so, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, so it says translate, exclamation point. This one says translate my cat. This one says translate, exclamation point. I'm thinking it's going to be D. But let's keep going just to be sure. So set property, translate button, font size 25. Those look about even on both of them. Set property, translate button, width 320. And then set property, translate button, height 100. So I think line 7 gives it away where it says translate instead of or translate my cat. So I'm going to click on D, and then I'm going to click run. So once I click run, this is going to lock in my answer so that the teacher can see it, who is me. And then we're going to see what happens to all this and see if it became C or see if it became D. Here we go. Run. All right. All right. And as we can see, it did in fact become D. All right. Well, I'm proud of myself that we did that together. All right, so we're going to click the orange finish button, and then I will see you on level 2. Here we go. Continue and off.